largely, other than maybe ones he's...
It's hard to look at what he's doing in Ukraine, what his forces are doing in Ukraine, and think that any ethical, moral individual could justify that. It's difficult to look at the It's difficult to look at some of the images and imagine that any well-thinking, serious, mature leader would do that. So I can't talk to his psychology, but I think we can all speak to his depravity. I've been around the military a long, long time, and I've known friends who didn't make it back. It's just hard. It's hard for all of you, particularly you. You all have people there who are seeing this and bringing these images back. It's just difficult to look at that, and it's hard to square his, let's just call it what it is, his BS. That this is about Nazism in Ukraine, and it's about protecting Russians in Ukraine, and it's about defending Russian national interests, when none of them were threatened by Ukraine. It's hard to square that rhetoric by what he's actually doing inside Ukraine to innocent people, shot in the back of the head, hands tied behind their backs, women, pregnant women being killed, hospitals being bombed. I mean, it's just unconscionable, and I don't know. I don't have the mental capacity to understand how you connect those two things. It's just beyond me. But I'm just a spokesman, Barb. I'm not qualified to make an assessment one way or the other, and I do apologize for injecting my personal perspective here. I don't think we fully appreciated the degree to which he would visit that kind of violence and cruelty and, as I said, depravity on innocent people, on non-combatants, on civilians. With such utter disregard for the lives he was taking, the lives he was flinging into refuge. I mean, there's not even an attempt by Russia to be precise in their targeting. Even if you could find your way to getting to rationalize what he's doing, which is, of course, unacceptable. But let's just say, hypothetically, you could get yourself to a point where you believed this war was justified. You can't look at the way he's prosecuting it, and his forces are prosecuting it, and come to a conclusion that he's doing it in a justified manner. It's brutality of the coldest and most depraved sort, and I don't know that.
Deceived by his advisors, and also, have you seen any signs of growth?
We've talked about this low yield tactical nuke issue. Look, a nuclear weapon's a nuclear weapon, and you can talk all you want about low yield and tactical and all that. It's a nuclear weapon. It's a weapon of mass destruction, and it's completely irresponsible for a nuclear power to be saber-rattling like that and blustering on about the potential use of nuclear weapons of any kind, of any size, of any yield. And that's why we're monitoring this as best we can, the Russian nuclear capabilities. And as I've said many, many times, we are comfortable with the strategic nuclear deterrent posture that we have in place to defend the homeland and defend our allies and partners. And we urge Russia to stop escalating the rhetoric with respect to nuclear weapons and do the right thing. Is end the war today. Have your troops leave Ukraine, sit down in good faith with President Zelensky, and do the right thing. A nation the size of Russia, with a nuclear arsenal that their size and capability, and a leader that's clearly as belligerent as Vladimir Putin, we have to take seriously the escalatory rhetoric that he and his leaders have been using lately. It would be as irresponsible as it is for him to use that rhetoric. It would be equally irresponsible for us not to take it seriously, and so we do. And we monitor the capabilities as best we can. If we have to make changes, we will. As I said, we have seen no reason to change our nuclear strategic deterrent posture at this time.